Today, we're going to be looking over the most underrated Husker football commit, 3-star running back Conor Booth out of Wahoo, Nebraska. We're going to look over the best of the best from his high school highlights and dissect between the good, the bad, but most importantly, the stuff that we are super excited to see for the next 3 to 4 years as Nebraska Cornhuskers. So real quick, if you like the content, please hit the like button on this video. It's completely free and it helps me out, along with subscribing to the channel if you don't want to miss out on the best Nebraska football and Nebraska recruiting content on YouTube. Nobody is doing it like us here on the Wilson Sports Channel, so please hit that subscribe button to support Nebraska athletics. But without further ado, let's get into it, looking over Conor Booth. All right, let's get this started. As always, this is the first time I'm watching this, so reacting live with you guys. And man, oh man, I'm super excited to dive into it. Here we go, Conor Booth. And as always, I mean, look at those stats. When we're looking over running back prospects, we're looking for the stuff you can't teach, the speed, the physicality, the vision. And right there, you can see that speed from Conor Booth. Man, oh man, taking it to the house. Now, we should notice the fact that he is playing in Class C1 football, which, again, is not the highest level of football in Nebraska. We'll see how he adjusts to that. Right there, nice play to got out of a jam. So already a lot of experience in the shotgun. It just takes to the house. Nice play a little there in the flat. Get him the football. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another tackle. Off to the races. Almost gets dragged down. Another touchdown for Conor Booth. So one thing I like early on is the fact that he's experienced in the shotgun, he's experienced under center, he's experienced in the I form. Really versatile in that department. Nice little quick cut there to get to the outside. Once again, very patient, waiting to see, read and react. Now, I will say early on, we're seeing a lot of him going to the outside, right? His bread and butter, get to the outside, get an open field. Right there. Oh, beautiful play. Juke. Wish you could have saw the rest of it, but. A little direct snap this time. Or what? What was that? Tommy Frazier. How many tackles can one man break? All right, we'll give that one a second look here. I don't know what happened there. Guys are all around him. Keeps those legs churning. Hey, he'll take it to the house. That was wild. So I will say, like I just mentioned, it is hard to really dissect what we're seeing because of the fact that he's not playing very good talent. Right on the field right now, there's 22 players. Besides him, there will likely not be another player who's going to play football at the next level. All those guys are done after high school, right? So that is kind of hard when we're trying to talk about his talent because he's not playing against the best talent in the state of Nebraska. But again, we're looking for the stuff that you can't teach, the vision, the speed, the physicality. And right there, that answers the physicality question. That answers the physicality question. All right, let's look at that. Just rips him off of him. Wow. He is a bigger kid. He's at 200 and about 15 pounds. Listed at 6'1". So not only is he that brawler archetype, but again, you see the speed. He's maybe not the fastest guy ever, but he's consistently outrunning everybody on the field. I wish he's very quick inside the pocket, but we haven't seen any of those plays where he's just waiting to burst through a hole, maybe with that patience, with that vision. But right there, oh my goodness. Just a wrecking ball, right? Now in the I form, goal line. Initially gets stuffed. How? And that's credit Again, watch those legs. Keeping those legs churning. Yeah, he's being driven back. Legs churning. Boom. Gets off of him and finds the edge. That's deflating as a defense. One thing that I'm impressed with is just the fact that he cannot be tackled one-on-one. You need multiple players to get to him before he's being drugged down. And a lot of times, yeah, he's taking it to the crib for that exact reason. Yeah, nice job again to find that A gap. Gets to the outside. I'll tell you this. If you were a Class C1 school in Nebraska and you have Conor Booth on your team, it is the easiest play call in the world to say, yeah, just give it to him every single play. Because nobody can tackle this guy. Once again, quick cut when he gets the football. Nice acceleration. He loves to bounce it outside. That is his favorite thing to do. When he's in open field, always bounces to the outside, for better or worse. He does the exact same thing there. He loves the C gap as well. I'm going to save my takes for the end of the video about the pros and the cons, but would like to see him be a little impatient. We'll talk about that later, though. But yeah, like I talked about earlier, he has experience shotgun, under center, I-form, pistol. That will pay dividends in Matt Rhule's offense. Once again, nice broken tackle. Keeps those legs churning. He's just a bowling ball. That's the best way I can put it, watching him play. Hurdle, okay. There you go. There's that athleticism. I will say this. I talked about a couple minutes ago how if I was the coach of Bishop Neumann, it would be the easiest play call in the world to just say, yeah, give it to Conor every single play. The coach agrees with me because he's even putting him at quarterback to just direct snap him the football and have him do the rest. I will say his defense must not be very good because Bishop Neumann did not win state. They were a good team, but they did not win the state title. They didn't make the state title either. Yeah, just a bowling ball. Yeah. See, that play had its pros and it had its cons. Again, I'll get to it in about a minute or two. So there are definitely some concerns, but man, it's plays like that will just bring you right back and say, yeah, he's a stud. A little pitch action, nice quick cut. And he's gone. Ooh, almost was taken to the house. Okay, this will be the last one, and we'll get to my takes and opinions. I'm dying to tell you guys what I'm thinking here about Conor Booth and his career with Nebraska. All right, nice play. All right, let's get into it. The pros and the cons. All right, very interesting stuff there from Conor Booth. Let's just start it off with the pros, as always. Number one, it's the things you can't teach. Man, he is a big running back, already has a really good frame, a lot of muscle on him. That's going to translate immediately to Nebraska. So not only is he a bowling ball, as I called him, the ability to lower shoulder, truck a couple guys, break tackles, but he has that speed. He's consistently the fastest guy on the field. Now, at the Big Ten level, will he be the fastest guy on the field? Absolutely not. I mean, he probably runs about a 4.6, 4.5, if I were to guess, right? But still, the speed is definitely good enough, and it will be developed as his career progresses. So that's the number one thing. Number two, really good downhill runner. Again, when he's going downhill, nobody can stop him. Again, he has so many tricks in his bag, the ability to juke a man, the ability to truck a man. He had a stiff arm in there. He had a spin in there, right? So that's definitely stuff that we look for from running backs, the ability to go to multiple parts of your game to shut off a tackler. Now, as for the cons, when we were looking over Jamarion Parker, when I released that video, I talked about how impressed I was with Jamarion Parker's vision, the ability to be patient, to wait for a hole to open up. That is not something we saw from Conor Booth, maybe at all today. He wasn't very patient as a running back. And you can get away with that in high school. When you're so athletically gifted, when you're so fast, you can get away with it by the second you touch the football, explode through a hole. But at the Big Ten level, you will not get away with that when you're going up against better defenses, better D-lines. That's why, particularly in his senior year, I'm looking for that patience. I'm looking for that ability to churn your legs and look for the the B gap, the A gap. And that's why a lot of times when we were watching Conor Booth, he went through that C gap because he wanted to explode so early where, I'm just going to go the edge, right? I'm going to go cut it to the sideline. So that's something definitely he needs to work on. The other thing is not really anything he can control, but yeah, it is that he plays Class C1 football. And I don't love evaluating prospects who are lower than Class B because the talent they're playing is just, let's call it what it is. It's not good. It's so hard to really say if they're a good prospect or not. Heinrich Harburg was the exact same way. Heinrich Harburg was from Class C2 football. Okay, he played for Kearney Catholic. And yeah, his arm talent was incredible, but I really feel like the fact that he played at such a low level hurt his college career because he wasn't used to playing Big Ten defenders. And that's why we saw that last year. I mean, he just wasn't ready to play. And he was in his 4th year of college. So I don't like evaluating guys at that low of a level. I talked about even when we were talking about Carter Nelson. Carter Nelson plays 8-man football. And he was making play after play. And he was a top 100 prospect. But it's just so hard to evaluate because, the talent's not that good, right? Even if you're an average player that'll go FCS, you're still going to make plays like that. So it's really hard to dissect between the good and the great, especially at that level. But that's nothing he can control. But let's go back to the good here as we're wrapping it up. Really good speed, really good quickness, that bully ball activity. I'm impressed by him. But he's a developmental player. That's my final take is we're not going to see him at all within his first 2 years. He's developmental to catch up to the speed of the game, to catch up to Big Ten talent. He does play linebacker. We didn't see any highlights of him playing that side of the ball, but he definitely can translate to that side if we need him to do so. It's a risky addition. It really is. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. There is a possibility that Conor Booth becomes a very good running back in Nebraska. There's a possibility where he doesn't play because he just, at the end of the day, is not talented enough or, he's not used to playing this level of competition. We've seen it time and time again. But Matt Rhule, he's taken risks like this before, and they've paid off. So hopefully it pays off with Conor Booth. I think he's going to be a good Husker. I just think it's going to take time for him to develop, and he'll be a nice player, especially in the red zone, more of a short yardage back. But something to keep our eye on there. Very interesting addition. I know a lot of people didn't know how to feel about it when he originally committed. But film speaks for itself. It's pretty solid. But we'll see how his career progresses. Again, he has 1 more year left, and then he will be a Cornhusker. So let me know what you think about Conor Booth down below, what you're impressed with, maybe something he needs to work on. Let me know in the comment section. Make sure to like and subscribe. I mean, we're producing so much content throughout Husker YouTube this offseason, about 4 videos a week, and we're only getting started, folks. So we're on the road to 3,000. If you could hit that subscribe button, that would be massive. But as always, folks, go Big Red, go Matt Rhule, and see you in the next one.